So, you booked your dream cruise, packed your bags, and you're ready for that picture-perfect vacation. But guess what? More cruisers than ever are being bumped, denied, or flat-out banned before they even step on board. And no, it's not just because you forgot your passport, though that'll do it too. Today, I'm counting down 11 ridiculous, shocking, and downright petty reasons you could lose your cruise in 2025. From technology deciding you don't exist, to your suitcase literally stealing your spot, to cruise lines blacklisting you over a piña colada. Yeah, you're gonna want to watch this one all the way to the end because the last reason is so insane, you'll never look at your cruise booking the same way again. Reason number 1, damaged passport denial. You've flown halfway across the world, spent thousands on your dream cruise, and finally get to the port with your luggage in hand. You're already picturing yourself with a cocktail on a Lido deck. But instead, an immigration officer flips through your passport, pauses and says, "Sorry, you can't board." Why? Because of a tiny crease, a smudge, a page that looks a little loose. Yep. Even a small coffee stain can end your entire vacation. Doesn't matter that it's valid for another 5 years. Doesn't matter that you just flew 15 hours to get here. A damaged passport is a dead passport. This happened to a British couple in Sydney who were ready to sail to Singapore. Bags checked, tickets in hand, excitement sky high. And then they were stopped cold, denied because of a slight imperfection. The cruise sailed without them, and they were left with nothing but luggage and regret. That little wrinkle in your passport? Congratulations. It just ended your vacation faster than an iceberg ever could. Reason number 2, pregnancy policy roulette. Airlines are strict about flying while pregnant, but cruise lines, they take it to another level. The cutoff is usually 24 weeks, and if you're past it, you're not sailing, period. Doesn't matter if you feel perfectly fine. Doesn't matter if your doctor says you're good to go. Cruise lines don't play with that rule. Here's the kicker. Some women have been turned away simply because they looked further along. No medical check, no real evidence, just a guess by a port agent or a cruise doctor erring on the side of caution. And if they say no, your vacation is over before it starts. One woman found out the night before her cruise that she was too far along. She showed up anyway, hoping they'd let her slide. Nope, denied boarding on the spot. And she didn't even get her money back, just the taxes and port fees. She lost about $10,000 in the blink of an eye. Forget storms, rogue waves, or pirate attacks. According to cruise lines, the most dangerous thing on board is apparently your baby bump. Reason number 3, secret medical red flags. That health questionnaire they make you fill out? The one that seems like just another form to sign and forget? That thing can torpedo your vacation instantly. Check the wrong box, admit you've got high blood pressure, diabetes, or even motion sickness, and suddenly the cruise line decides you're unfit to sail. And it's not just the paperwork. If you sneeze too loudly in the terminal, limp towards security, or even look pale on embarkation day, you could be flagged as a liability. And here's the worst part. They don't let you argue it. You don't get to sign a waiver saying, "I know my own body." They just give you a polite smile and say it's for your own safety. Translation, we don't want to deal with medical bills or lawsuits if something happens to you. So you're perfectly healthy one minute, and the next you're standing outside the port watching the ship sail off without you, while people with 5 margaritas in them are somehow deemed fit for sea. You coughed once and, congratulations, you're now too fragile for vacation. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, give this video a like. It really helps more cruisers see it. And if you'd like to catch more cruise secrets and updates, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Reason number 4, AI facial recognition says, nope. Welcome to the future, where cruise lines have decided humans can't be trusted to identify themselves. Nope, now it's all about AI facial recognition. Supposedly, this makes boarding faster and more secure, except when the system decides you don't exist. Maybe you grew a beard. Maybe you dyed your hair. Maybe the camera caught you mid-blink and now the computer thinks you look suspicious. Doesn't matter that you've got your passport, your ID, and your boarding pass in hand. If the almighty machine doesn't like your face, the staff can't override it. They'll just give you that customer service smile and say, "Sorry, sir, the computer says you can't board. Have a nice day." It's basically like being ghosted, except instead of losing a date, you lose your entire vacation. And yes, this has actually happened. People show up excited, only to get face rejected and told they're a security risk. You thought Big Brother was scary. Try being told by a glitchy camera that you don't deserve a cruise. Forget sunscreen, maybe pack a backup face. Reason number 5, cabin weight limits and luggage shenanigans. Here's one you'll love. Ships are running tighter than ever on fuel and balance. And that means if too many passengers show up with 6 overstuffed suitcases each, somebody's getting bumped. Yep, your 17 pairs of shoes, your Costco-sized sunscreen, and your just-in-case outfits could literally tip the balance. Some ports are even starting to weigh checked luggage along with the passenger for safety calculations. So, if the math doesn't work out, guess what? Your cabin is suddenly no longer available. Can you imagine? You've been looking forward to this trip for months, and then you're told your suitcase took your spot. Your luggage gets the vacation, and you get sent home. Congratulations, your shoes just mutinied and won. Reason number 6. Crew cabins come first. Passengers always think they're the priority, but let's get real, crew needs come first. If a ship suddenly needs more staff, extra entertainers, translators, maybe a maintenance team, guess whose cabins they're taking? Yours. This isn't a theory, it's happened. Passengers have been bumped because the cruise line decided the magician needed a balcony cabin, or the dance troupe needed more bunks. And no, you don't get to bunk with the juggler, even if he has a better room than you. So while you're standing at the port wondering why your dream vacation was canceled, just know someone in a sequined leotard is unpacking in your cabin. The juggler needed your room, but hey, at least the show will be great. Reason number 7. Verbal abuse of staff equals lifetime ban. You'd think the worst thing that could happen if you yelled at a cruise line rep is being put on hold. But nope, if you go full angry customer mode, you could end up banned for life. One guy called about an itinerary change and decided to demand compensation. When he didn't get the answer he wanted, he cursed out the rep and got even louder when she told him to stop. The next day, he got a call. But it wasn't an apology. It was a cancellation notice. His cruise was refunded, his booking was void, and his name went straight onto the no-sale list forever. So instead of sipping cocktails with friends, he got to stay home and explain how his temper tantrum cost him a lifetime of vacations. You wanted compensation? Congrats, you just rage quit the cruise industry. Reason number 8. Vindictive friend, or stranger, cancels your reservation. This one is straight up evil. If someone knows your booking number, or even just your full name and cabin info, they can call the cruise line and cancel your reservation. No hacking skills required, just pure spite. It's happened with salty ex-friends, bitter ex-partners, and even random trolls online after people overshared their cruise details on Facebook. One woman bragged about her suite on social media and poof, gone, canceled. By the time she found out, the ship was sold out and her dream cruise had vanished. So imagine turning up to the port, dressed for vacation, only to find out you don't even have a vacation anymore. Overshare on Instagram, and congratulations, your ex is now sipping martinis from the balcony you thought was yours. Reason number 9, reality TV hijack. You thought you booked a relaxing Caribbean getaway. Instead, your ship has been rented out as the filming location for the next trashy dating show. Yep. Sometimes entire sailings are secretly taken over for reality TV productions or influencer conventions. So while you were picturing sunsets and umbrella drinks, the cruise line decided your cabin was better used as a green room for some wannabe TikTok star. And you're not a guest anymore. You're just unwanted background noise. You lost your vacation because someone else needed your balcony for a slow-motion hot tub scene. Reason number 10, charter takeovers and sneaky overbooking shenanigans. This one's brutal because it's common. Cruise lines love to quietly rent ships out to corporations for staff retreats, music festivals, or exclusive VIP events. Translation, your paid-in-full vacation is out the window because Steve from accounting needs to bond over PowerPoint slides. And if it's not a charter, it could be good old-fashioned overbooking. That guarantee cabin you snagged on sale? Turns out it wasn't guaranteed at all. The fine print lets the cruise line bump you whenever they feel like it. Your cruise didn't get canceled, it got resold. And you're the problem they solved. Reason number 11, your payment was too perfect. And finally, the pettiest, most ironic reason of all, cruise lines keep a little no-sale list for people who dispute charges. That one $12 pina colada you fought with your credit card company about? Congratulations, you're banned for life. It doesn't matter if you actually won the chargeback. As far as the cruise line's concerned, you still owe them money, and you're now blacklisted. One woman disputed her refund, got her money back, and then discovered she couldn't book with that cruise line ever again. Oh, and the cruise line still claimed she owed them $3,000. So yes, people are literally losing every future cruise because of a single chargeback. The irony is almost poetic. That $12 drink you argued about? It just cost you the entire cruise industry. I think you'll enjoy the video on the end screen, so check that out next. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what your next cruise is. I'd really love to hear about it.